Hello and welcome to Living with the Landspeeder, Chapter 23, where we Star Warsify Disney parks one attraction at a time. I'm your host, Ryan, joined by my good pal, Katrin.
Heyo.
And our other good pal, Derek.
That's me.
The Frank.
Derek the Frank. Let's be frank.
No guests tonight, just us three. It's going to be fun. Are you excited?
I'm so excited. This is going to be a fun one.
Are you excited, Katrin?
Yeah.
Before we
started, this was a tough one for me. I had a hard time. But.
Before we get started with what we're doing today, I promised last time, I think it was last time.
Sure.
There was something special for Derek on this episode.
Oh.
A few episodes back, Derek told us about his trip to Disney and how great of a time he had.
Mm-hmm.
And how he didn't have room for his friends. But guess what?
You got your own popcorn bucket, didn't you?
One of our listeners reached out and said, "Hey, I got something for you. I'm going to send it to you." And there it is. My own Figment popcorn bucket sent by friend of the show.
Wow.
And I Am Geek. Great. He listens. He loves it. Nate O'Shea, thank you so much.
Thanks, Nate. So I don't have to feel as guilty.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't really feel that guilty at all.
I know you didn't.
You're there all the time.
I'm never there when there's Figment stuff, though.
Good popcorn bucket.
I'm never there when there's Figment stuff available because it's only available like that one little Festival of the Arts, which is the shortest festival of the year, and it's always in February, and I'm never there.
Yeah,
I've got my own now.
Wow.
I'm happy for you because I sleep with that next to my bed, and every night I fall asleep and I'm like, Ryan doesn't have this.
I do now.
Now you do. So now I can have nightmares again.
Oh,
yep.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Good.
But I'm excited, Nate. Thank you, Nate, for sending that to me.
Katrin's really excited that he got one too. Oh, wait. Thanks for nothing.
Me anything.
If you turn around right now, I guarantee you can find stuff that I sent you.
Our listeners.
Sorry.
Listeners send you everything.
I didn't get anything from listeners.
That's true.
I'm just very friendly.
Just jokes about wearing mascara. That's all.
I make friends, I try. Anyways, Nate's a great guy. So if you're listening, Nate, thank you again.
Thank you, Nate.
Maybe, we'll have you on one day to Star Warsify. That would be fun.
Like a popcorn bucket.
My brother is texting us because he's like, "Well, what can I be on?" And we're like, "No, yet."
He doesn't realize we're recording tonight.
Yeah, he doesn't. He goes, because we usually record on Thursdays, and Derek had some party to go to or something.
I'm getting kidnapped this weekend for my birthday from my buddies. Yeah.
Awesome.
Interesting. I can't wait to hear that.
It's gonna be
on
fun.
The next episode.
It's gonna be a blast. So we're going back to our hometown. We're like, doing all the old hometown debauchery stuff, and one of our best friends in our core group is out of town, and I'm excited to test out his Ring doorbell.
Oh, excellent!
Really,
I thought you guys were just going to be like old times. Let's go hang out at the Circle K out front.
We didn't have Circle K. We didn't have a stoplight. We didn't even have a stoplight. It's a very huge small town. So like our school district is all farmland, and from one end to the other is about a 45-minute drive, but there's only like 1,100 people.
So
you're gonna go sit at the top of the water tower and look over the city.
We don't have one of those either.
Oh gosh, that's
actually I think
like it would fit perfectly.
I think there's one in one of the townships, but no. One of my buddies, his family has a cabin right in the Mississippi River, so we usually go down there, do some frog gigging, gigging frogs, and shooting some skeets, and it's gonna be fun.
Excellent.
Talking about living, a little bit of love.
Well, this isn't Chattahoochee though.
I know.
Way down yonder.
Way down yonder.
We're gonna go fishing in the dark.
Pale moon,
laying on the bank and counting some stars.
Have fun. You gonna ride some tractors around?
Probably
Saturday night.
Yeah, we'll probably take the tractors out. Got the quads out. It'll be fun.
There's a song about tractors, isn't there?
Yeah, something like
What's
that.
it called?
I don't know.
There's one about
this guy.
tractors.
No, there's this guy that I know named Derek Frank, who wrote a song about tractors, I think.
He thinks my
Maybe.
tractor sexy.
No, not that.
I wish I wrote that one.
We'll put Derek's song at the end of this episode.
You're gonna get a copyright strike.
I was gonna say, you sure about that?
I get royalties
no
on that.
control.
my
No,
friend.
it'll just be Katrin singing his version of it.
I get a notification. You know, it was great that song got like almost 2 million plays on TikTok, and I made $1,100. It's ridiculous. No, it's not good.
Well, I mean,
That is not good.
That's more than I've made off of TikTok, which is
But
0.
It's almost 2 million plays.
I've made 0, so
Hmm.
you got more out of it than me.
It wasn't enough.
All I see on TikTok now is like Dave Portnoy's pizza reviews. That's the only thing that pops up now, and I'm like,
Pizza
why?
review?
I don't want to see this.
Well,
But then you get into it, you're like, what's he going to score it?
Mm.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's going
Anyways,
way soon anyway.
5 stars.
No, he that's a rookie score. It's 1 out of 10, but there's always a decimal point involved, because if you score something a 10, you know, where are you going to go from there?
Where do you go?
Where
Yeah.
only up from here.
Anyways, okay, let's get to the
Anyways.
show. We've gotten
We're
we've seen
Starwarsifying.
the cool popcorn bucket again from a second location, so that's good. And
I got a
Dangerous.
fast pass.
Ooh,
oh, you do. He's got a really cool fast pass. That's huge.
It's huge.
it's huge.
Look at that
Oh,
fast pass.
You can't see the light.
oh yeah, I can see it.
Big
That's-
Thunder Mountain.
I love it.
Yes.
I think it's really cool.
So
That's just
wonderful.
personally, I think. And you got a
It's
big
really
name
nice.
tag.
Hmm.
Catron.
You should wear that to Disney.
I can't.
Just a big name tag on you.
Means you're a manager. The bigger it is, the bigger your role at the park.
That's right.
All right. So speaking of Disney news, that's a good segue. Thank you, Katrin, for that.
Yeah.
It was announced this week that permits have been filed
Mm.
for trailers to be put on the back lot of Animal Kingdom
And
near-
parking lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a parking
man.
lot.
Look at
Big
us,
parking lot.
paradise.
The trailers are going behind Cali River Rapids,
Mhm.
but they're supposedly going to be used for Imagineers for Dinoland.
Oh,
And potentially one other spot in the park. Not related to Dinoland.
What?
Yeah, Mickey
Bugs?
Views broke that, and he's been 100% on
I
predictions.
mean, would it just be the Bugs
yeah.
life thing, probably?
I don't know the way
Oh.
he didn't have confirmation as to what he just said that it's going to be something else in the park. It could be conservation station.
Which really need something done to it.
There's another pad behind Pandora.
Mm. We've talked on this show before that Animal Kingdom needs more stuff.
Whew. Does it ever?
That would be good. And I know, there's people that complain about Dinoland going away, and how it shouldn't do that, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't, match up with whatever. But I'm like, you know what? It needs to go away, because if you think about it, there's not much left there.
It's actually pretty bad. Like,
Yeah,
it was cool originally, or kind of cool
kind of
because
cool. Yeah.
the theming, but now the theming just looks cheap because the Primeval World's not even there.
Well, what it looks like is that a dino themed carnival came through and left stuff behind that didn't work anymore and moved on to the next town. And that's sort of Dinoland right now.
Yeah.
And if you want to fight me about that, fight me about it, because
Whoa.
if you go there,
Ooh, let's be frank.
let's be frank. Check that out on YouTube. I mean, if you go there, you're
Dinoland.
just like, it's just sort of like
It's
there's nothing
bad.
there. It's bad. It is
It's-
run down. It's a rundown carnival area.
Mhm.
And that's all it is, with a fake Dumbo ride.
It cheapens Disney World, right? It cheapens
Yeah.
the Animal Kingdom, especially when you start looking at the things that they're doing now
Yeah.
in other parts of the park and other parks, and it just kind of cheapens it. And
Yeah.
So with all that news, what are we gonna do about it?
we're gonna fix
We've
it.
called
We're
the Death Star and we said, listen, Death Star, we need you to do one thing for us.
Watch what you're saying for ideas, buddy.
No, I'm just saying we called them and said, just level this so we can start over.
The Death Star is gonna destroy the land.
Yeah.
is what
we
it's
Oh.
called,
like Alderaan.
we called Iger
Oh,
and said, send your Death Star. But anyways, so
JPEG's
Yeah.
already done. He already left. Oh,
I would argue that that Dinoland, as it is now, does not fit in with the theme of Animal Kingdom.
No, it's just cheap.
Yeah. So there's no reason to keep it.
Hmm.
So this will be, I'm speaking for myself here, not for Derek, not for Katrin. This will be the one episode where I take my rules and
Throw it
I
out
put
the
them,
window.
I put them to the side. So rules, you stay over there, because usually I'm like, I'm going to use the existing thing and I'm just going to work around it and I'm going to use what's there and retheme it. Not tonight.
Not tonight, folks.
Not doing that tonight. So we'll
rule breaker.
I'm a rule breaker.
Well, since you're breaking the rules, do you want to go first?
Oh, sure.
Oh,
I'll go.
Oh, wait, does Katrin want to go first?
No, it's fine.
Katrin never goes first.
Let's do this. Why don't I go first, because I'm going to keep the ride the same.
Oh yeah, you definitely.
Oh yeah, you need to go first so we can destroy.
Yeah, I got the right shirt on and everything tonight for this. It's going down.
Yeah. So we'll get mine out of the way, because it's going to be quick and sweet and whatever. No, not sweet. I don't know. It'll be done. So one of the things we talked about doing was kind of keeping the theme with the previous ride that we did, Dinosaur. And so what I did, I decided that I'm retheming the land to be the Moon Indoor, and kind of like an Ewok.
The Moon Indoors?
The Moon Indoor.
The Endor. Endor.
So we're adding trees, and we're adding Ewok
all right, cool,
and huts and things around. So let's start with Primeval World. All right. So if you remember from our episode, we had Jen Novotny on and we did Dinosaur. My ride was to basically create Battlefront 2 Ewok Hunt out of Dinosaur, right? You're a stormtrooper and you get to shoot Ewoks and use flashlights and all this stuff, right? So what we're gonna do on this next part is for Primeval World is that you're boarding this ride, and it's called Escape from the Battle of Endor. And so you're boarding the ride vehicle, which is kind of like a modified speeder of sorts, and you're riding with your fellow stormtroopers, and you're escaping from Ewoks, and you're going around trees as you kind of spin around and go on the track, going around. And it's basically still the same, but different theming. You've got again trees and murder bears and different things around instead of dinosaurs that are shooting at you, maybe, or just well, that's
my wife
Ewoks,
forgets that they're called Ewoks because she only refers to them as murder bears. So like tonight we were talking about some stuff and I was like, yeah, it's some Ewoks, and she was like, what's Ewok? What character is that? And I was like, the murder bear. She's like, I love them.
So you're making it away from Endor. That's the ride. It's fairly simple.
So that's the dinosaur ride from the episode with Jim Novotny.
With Jim Novotny. I couldn't remember the number, but yes.
So if you're listening and you haven't heard that episode, I encourage you to go back. It was a fun episode.
It was really fun.
Yeah, with Jen from a bunch of stuff. She has her own travel agency.
Upon a Star.
I always get wrong.
Yeah, Upon a Star Travel.
And she hosts a podcast with David Dollar, who's actually running a movie madness, March Madness voting thing on Facebook and Instagram. You should check out. That's called Main Street Electrical Podcast. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'll give that delivery a C-.
Sorry, I had a little brain fart there. I was just like, "What's going on in my brain? Like something's not clicking."
Yes.
I just got back from a trip where we hiked in the desert for a week.
Yeah. And you won a prize on David Dollar's contest.
You sure
I did. And you guys were trying to take it away from me because
absolutely.
I had no signal.
Oh, well, you got all these popcorn buckets and everybody's sending you free stuff.
You mean
this
popcorn bucket?
I have mine right over here. Calm down. Me and you and 175,000 other people.
So sorry, back to Katrin. I was just going to say, go listen to that episode because that one will help you with this episode. So make sure you listen to that one. All right,
there you go.
Cool.
Okay. So moving on, we also said we're going to do Triceratops Spin. We didn't really describe these rides, I guess, but the Triceratops Spin, if you remember, is kind of like a Dumbo ride. You did describe it. Never mind. But the idea is it's Triceratops. So to keep with my indoor theming, I've got the indoor blurg spin. So it's instead of Triceratops, you've got blurgs that you're boarding, and in the middle is an Ewok hut, and that's what the thing is rising. And I've tried to add a story to it just to make it a little more interesting. Is that
It didn't work.
the Ewoks are trying to train. They're training you to ride the blurgs so that you can help them fight the Battle of Endor, right? And
cool.
not be a stormtrooper.
Nice.
So
Why is my blurg all slimy?
Nice.
We didn't really talk about the
Boneyard?
The Boneyard or the not.
Oh, I've got that in mind.
Right?
Me
I
too.
didn't have anything for that, but I guess you could easily add Star Wars theming on this thing. But I didn't think about the Boneyard because we didn't say it.
Oh, I did it.
Yeah,
Good.
I kind of.
I'll just say Dino Land then on the screenshot. But anyways,
I thought if you were keeping Triceratops, whatever it's called, you could have C-3PO floating on his chair.
Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah,
that'd be so cool.
Definitely. So I guess
and then in the middle there'll just be Ewoks going.
Yes. There you go. So it's almost like
it's so fun.
Oh gosh, the Aladdin.
Yeah,
carpets, right?
Exactly. Same thing.
Yeah. With C-3PO and you.
Now I kind of want that.
Being worshipped by Ewoks.
You know what? They should totally do that in front of not the docking bay, but where they have the character meet and greets now in that place that they don't do anything else.
Oh,
in.
Yeah. I don't know.
Launching bay.
Launch bay. Yeah.
Is that a food place? I don't know. Launch Bay 7.
Yeah, I like it.
Anyway.
I like it. I like that you tied in your dinosaur.
Yeah. So if we wanted to do the Boneyard, since you considered it as well, I mean, it's easily just an outdoor.
Outdoor indoor.
And let's say you've got
the Ewok
villages, that you can just kind of go in and out of, and
that'd be awesome.
A speeder bike there. Of course, they have one at Hollywood Studios that you can sit on and take pictures on. All
or they did. I don't know if it's there anymore.
Is it not there anymore?
I don't think it's there anymore. No.
Oh, boo! But it's there now. It's over here.
Yeah, they just moved it over.
And maybe there's a rebel base there, or the shield generator thing, that building that they're trying to blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just want to be worshipped by Ewoks now at Disney World.
Yeah. I kind of do too. It'd be so fun.
Nice. So there
Love it.
Now blow it up.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll go next because, when I did the dinosaur ride, I did the steampunk moped things from Book of Boba Fett. Well, I didn't want to do that for my expansion. I really liked what Katrin did. So I decided to also keep it on the moon of Endor. But so as you were saying it, I didn't. I didn't freak out though because you decided to keep like what was there, and I decided to blow it up.
Excellent.
And so as you get off your version of Dinosaur, okay, that I'm keeping. You get off your version where you're doing the game from Battlefront 2. Where you're the Ewoks or you're the stormtroopers, but you continue that mentality of picking either Ewoks or the rebellion, or the Empire. So as you walk out, the whole land, even the Boneyard, has all been converted into Endor. But this is going to be the first fully interactive with guest against guest, but you get to choose what side you want. But it's two separate experiences. So technically it's 4 experiences in one. You can pick level 1 or level 2 for the experience. So those are the 2 experiences. And then you can pick the Empire or you can pick the Rebellion. So the first one is if you go on level 1, you are literally on the ground and you are in like a modified speeder. And so if you are the Empire, you're chasing one speeder, like they're chasing Leia, and then you're behind. You can also be behind the stormtroopers, so it's like a long, almost like Slinky Dog coaster sort of thing, but modified so that how the ride spun on Primeval World. It'll kind of be like that too, but it looks like you're in the speeder bikes. Now, part 2 that plays into this is that in the treetops, you'll have the huts, the Ewok huts, and you can choose to be the Empire, and you can be in the Ewok huts, and they'll have like little gun stations where you can fire upon the ride. And if you hit the ride vehicle for the opposing people, the opposing faction, their vehicle spins in a circle.
Yeah.
Now, here's where it gets really fun because I'm dark side everywhere, and I wore my shirt because if you pick the Empire, above the ride are AT-ATs. And you get to sit in the cockpit of the AT-ATs and fire down. And the same thing happens. If you have a direct hit, they spin. And at the end, they come out and you get a score. Both sides get a score. So it's kind of like almost like a laser tag in the parks, fully interactive. But as this is going on and this battle's happening, people are walking through and just experiencing it almost like Galaxy's Edge, where you have the Empire side and you have the Rebellion side of the park. And I just love how they did that with Galaxy's Edge. And I feel like they kind of, I don't know if they didn't necessarily lose that aspect of it, but I thought that was the coolest part of having that separation. And I thought that'd be cool to do that with nuking this one. So Katrin, I actually took my inspiration from your original one and wanted to do something totally different.
That's even better than getting a popcorn bucket. Me
and
inspiring you.
Ryan, I would have done yours, but it was completely forgettable. So just kidding. I'm just kidding. So yeah, so that's mine.
Well, let me remind you what mine is.
I like the interactivity of it, being able to shoot the vehicles and it affect them, not just shoot water at them or something like that. And and I thought you were going to say shoot the people on the ground and maybe it like vibrates their phone or something. Like, oh, I got a zap, or something.
So and that was kind of my next thing is
their magic band and it
vibrate
it turns
their
red or So what other interactive things would you guys do with that to make it so that people just walking around could still kind of be involved?
I think you add like the Disney Play stuff into it, right? Where you're doing different missions around indoor of opening the shield generator building, getting into it or to hack it, or whatever. And, something like that, or hacking an AT-AT or an AT-ST or something like that. And then maybe all of a sudden it doesn't shoot anymore. Maybe the people up there trying to shoot and they're like, well, it's not working. It's because somebody hacked it, right?
Oh,
because that 12-year-old hacked it
again.
And to me, it's almost like that aspect of Tom Sawyer Island with the little guns, where I always wanted that you could shoot over to Big Thunder Mountain and break the ride or something. I don't know. I'm just an evil little kid.
Just kill someone over there.
No, not kill them. Just maim. Injure, stun. Set it to stun.
Set them at the top of, or getting ready to go down at a fun part and they're stopped. It's like,
yeah. But I figured with one of the other things that did we talk about on a live? I think Ryan, maybe when I was doing a live one day, about how they just don't have a lot of play aspects in the parks anymore. And so if you take out the Boneyard, you lose that play aspect. And also even with the Boneyard, it's just like you go in, there's like 10 kids in there maybe. That's not a crowd eater. It's not like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was when it was like 100 kids running around there. It's just not doing it anymore. That's where I was like, they need to involve so much more play in the area.
Yeah, for sure. That's what the kids remember is the play, like going to the pool, doing that kind of stuff. They don't care about the rides as much as you think they would.
No, they really don't.
It's like going and doing stuff, and that's where they run all the energy out and go to sleep at night. So yeah, unfortunately the play means being on your phone anymore a lot of times.
Well, I like the idea with the magic band though.
But it's interesting. Yeah, I think it's fun. I mean,
or have the ground light up, or I mean, they're not having very good luck with that right now at Epcot, but
which is hilarious because how many years?
Because they did this 30 years ago and it was fine.
Yeah, like how many years did it last?
Because they're
first
cheap.
time.
It's because they're cheap.
Yeah.
Let's be frank.
That's another subject.
Frankly, Disney.
Yeah,
But I
don't give it,
e-
Derek.
Even if you think about like the Phineas and Ferb thing or whatever, or you're hunting around for things, or the
DuckTales
Pirates of the
is in
Caribbean. Yeah, it's
one
now it's
now.
DuckTales, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mhm.
But adding something like that, there's nothing really. I mean, there are some things where you go hunting around, I guess, with the Kevin and all, or what? Not
Wilderness
Kevin, but the
Explorers.
Wilderness. Yeah.
Yeah.
But adding this Star Wars aspect to it, right? But having the play thing where it then interacts with things in the land,
Right.
Mhm.
But like just like Wilderness Explorers, you might get a handful of people that do it, but it's not
Yeah,
eating up
no.
crowds.
No,
And that's the thing that Disney is just they're missing the mark on so much right now is
yeah.
they're creating these attractions that aren't eating up crowds. Like virtual queues are not eating up crowds.
Yeah. Take elements from the Halcyon and have games.
Oh no, you didn't.
And puzzles throughout the park. Maybe they're interactive puzzles that are not with a phone,
Just
but
you
you're
wait.
moving things around, or whatever.
We need to have a buzzer anytime that's mentioned. Like,
Hold on. Let's see.
Oh, here we go.
That's not that
big X comes on the screen.
What they to talk about? Anyway,
Speaking of the Halcyon, here's Ryan.
No, I'm not doing a Halcyon. Well, some of you may remember what I did on the episode with Jim Novotny, but Derek doesn't.
I actually do. I loved yours. I thought it was amazing.
On the previous episode, I turned the dinosaur attraction into an adventurous ride through the mines of Jeddah, led by Saul Guerrero. You joined his team basically to go through the mines and get rid of the Imperials. Well, I decided to expand that to all of Dinoland. So Dinoland now becomes the planet of Jeddah. So you're going to have it'll be transformed into sort of the sandstone landscapes, and all the ancient ruins will be all throughout the area that you go to. The time period will be during the Imperial occupation. And ruins will be patrolled by specialized stormtrooper units, scout troopers on speeder bikes, which is going to be pretty cool going around. Combat assault tanks will be located throughout the area, and ATSTs will be found watching over this area of Jeddah.
Will the ATSTs be like the big Avatar guy that's in the big suit?
With the fake legs? No, with the Lieutenant Dan legs.
I mean, it could be, right? His head's sticking out of it.
No, they'll be full size, sort of towering over you. But there will be speeder bikes that I think will be patrolling the area, which will be sort of cool.
Okay.
Sort of like Muppet Labs when they did that at Epcot, but these will be speeder bikes going through the area. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Boneyard. The Boneyard will become ruins that lead into a Kyber mine where kids and adults.
What kind of Kyber?
Oh, sponsored by I'm Geek Shop.
Thank you.
On Etsy for all your Kyber needs. Anyways, it'll be turned into a Kyber mine where kids and adults can dig for Kybers to either help out the Empire, because that's why they're there, to mine for the Kybers, or smuggle them to the Guardians of the Wheels for safekeeping. Oh, so you get to pick your side there in this Kyber mine thing. So you can either help out the Empire. So it'll be sort of like a game type thing where each Kyber you get will be points and stuff, and you can decide, okay, am I going to help fund the Empire, or am I going to smuggle these out to the Guardians to watch over the Guardians of the Wheels? Not the Guardians of the Galaxy, Guardians of the Wheels, which you can see in Rogue One. Anyways, so that's going to be that area. The Boneyard's going to be transforming into that area, which they have like a place there now you can dig for like dinosaur bones. My kids loved, or they used to when they were when we went there before. They just didn't want to leave that area. They just wanted to dig for bones all day. And I'm like, I want to go ride a ride.
Where's the shade?
Yeah. Which there's shade there, but
there
anyways,
there is good shade.
Okay, so let's move on to the Triceratops Spin area. That's not there anymore.
No.
This will be turned. Yeah, that's gone.
That's there now, but
Well, no, I'm saying for this,
Oh, I
it's
thought you
not,
were
it's not
okay.
going to be that ride.
Everything's been nuked. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. So this is going to be turned into an Imperial outpost where you can train to be a scout trooper and learn to ride a speeder bike through a trackless type obstacle course.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to climb aboard a speeder bike, and it's going to be like one of those trackless rides that will go through, and there'll be like all kinds of obstacles, and you'll be able to fire the speeder bike at like different things, game points and stuff. So it's going to be like full on. This is their recruiting, and they're going to train you how to be a scout trooper. So
Nice.
that's going to be in that area, which will be more than that little area, probably into the games where the games are right now. That sort of whole area. All right.
Is it above things or just down on the ground? I mean, if you go up, you've got more room to kind of be around the whole land, even, you know.
Yeah, it'll be like
30-story
TTA.
tower.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, at least 30
At
stories.
least, if
Maybe
not
16.
40.
But it'll be a trackless ride, so that way in the future you can change the layout and make it different.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I like it.
So, anyways, all right. Then the area where Primeval World was, is it even there anymore?
No, it's
I
down.
didn't
It
think-
is
yeah,
gone.
it's gone.
Took
It's
all
gone.
of it apart.
Yeah, it's all gone. Where it was, that whole back area,
Mm-hmm.
even that shop. Oh wait, there is a store. There is a store, sort of close on the. So if you're looking at it on the sort of other side where that big dinosaur is now,
Yeah.
I've put an Imperial armory store.
Mm.
You can buy like all the stormtrooper helmets, whatever kind of
All
stormtrooper
the
helmet you
things.
want. You can buy stormtrooper gear, so you can really like dig in and be like, on the side of the Empire in that store. So that's
And you
gonna
can
be-
buy kyber crystals from I Am Geek Shop on Etsy.
no, that's gonna be in the other store.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
It should be in every store.
it'll be. You can buy red ones over there, I guess.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
of course.
The
Or black
red
ones.
gnarl tree one.
But I thought it would be cool to have like this armory like looking store where you can like not just like some of them, but you have like all kinds of different versions of stormtrooper like gear you could buy. You could, I guess.
You could do the first order, the red blood on it.
Blood. Anyways. Okay, so back where Primeval World was, all back in there, and where that store is now, that's all gone. It'll be turned into an ancient Jedi temple ruins. So it's going to be like this ancient Jedi temple ruins. You're going to find a secret passage inside, and once inside, you'll encounter the Guardians of the Wills. That will basically. So I went to this thing called
The Halcyon.
No, I don't know if we talked about it on here. It was the department. It was Department of Wonder. It was like an experience here in Houston.
Yeah, you told us about that.
Yeah. So the first part of Department of Wonder, you go into this big tent thing, and they basically tell the story of what you're about to do, and it's sort of like project mapping on the side of the tent. And it looks really cool, the style they did it in. It's sort of like this shadow, like puppetry, like style. So in this first area that you're in, the guard. At least one guardian, maybe more, will be there, and they're going to tell you the story of the Jedi through this projection mapping type, sort of like shadow puppetry, like telling you the story on the walls of the temple. So they're going to tell you the story, and then from there, you will move into a room full of ancient artifacts, and this is going to be like Savi's Workshop 2.0. So in this room, you're going to build an ancient lightsaber, sort of like one that you would see in the ancient time.
And there's special kyber crystals. I get it.
Yeah. Okay, so you'll pick out your kyber crystal, you'll build your weapon in your lightsaber in there, and then you'll move to the next room where you will participate in lightsaber training. So this is going to take it, because when you build your lightsaber, you're like at Savi's, you're like, I want to use my lightsaber. But then they're like, okay, now when you leave, make sure you put it in your bag and don't take it out of your bag. And it's like, no,
we're not doing that.
Yeah. So here you build your lightsaber.
$250 worth of fun.
Yeah. You build your lightsaber. In the next room, the Guardians are going to lead you through this training about how to properly use your lightsaber. So you'll be, you'll have like lasers shooting at you and stuff. You have to dodge and stuff. You're not going to get in a full-on fight with another guest because legally.
Well, and also
not with that attitude.
The blades are not as sturdy.
After you visit the cantina, you will.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, okay, so after that room, see, this is where I'm pulling a little trick that Disney would probably use at some point. Well, I know Universal uses it with their wand thing. Okay, so Savi's right now, you have to schedule a time and you have to, pay for it up front. So this whole journey is going to be like a show / journey thing that you go on. At the end, you'll have the opportunity to buy the lightsaber that you made. This will get more people in. And once you go through that experience, kids will be like, come on, Dad, I built this lightsaber. You got to buy it for me. And then they'll be like, of course. And how many of these I Am Geek kyber crystals do you want? We'll get those too. So you'll have the opportunity at the end to buy what you built in the store. And then you can take it through a secret exit back on to Jeddah. And also from my dinosaur episode, I'd already turned the restaurant there into Saw Gerrera's like hideout, so that's still there too. But there you go. That's my Jeddah fun time.
So what I'm seeing a lot of our trends throughout the episodes is more interactive stuff.
Yeah.
Just like, doing Midway Mania and even Buzz Lightyear. Like, even though that ride needs an update, there's still so much fun to do, and it's a breakup of just being on the ride.
Yeah, you get to be part of it. And that's what we all want to be, part of like something fun like this.
Play Star Wars, right?
Yeah. Right, and that's where Smuggler's Run is great, and especially now that the wait times are pretty manageable with Smuggler's Run. I just want that to change. Like make it like Star Tours. But I don't know if you've seen the documentary of when they were doing it, like a week before, they still didn't have it working before opening. It didn't work. Like NVIDIA was like, it's not working. And that's the ride that doesn't break down as much.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because what they based that ride on was this flight simulator. And when they said what they wanted to do with it, the people that made the flight simulator was like, yeah, that won't work. You can't do that. So they had to basically rebuild it from the ground up to get it to turn the way it does with all those people in it and everything. And they originally wanted Mr. Lucas, wanted people to be sprayed with water in it. And they were like, yeah, that's not going to work because then you'll have wet floors and rusting of metal. And so they had to talk him out of that. So
that's too bad.
I know. You could have been sprayed with nasty water.
Oh, I love it.
I like we have 2 indoors and 1 outdoor for Jeddah.
Waka.
I like the ideas.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my other thing was like, it could have also been Kashyyyk.
Yeah, it could have been.
But I wanted, so part of, I guess I forgot to explain, like I wanted it to be more of the trees to keep that conservation idea like they did with Pandora. I didn't want to have another desert planet, or even Black Spire Outpost. It's more of that kind of feel. Even though that's weird because if you read the book, it's like a forest planet. But you go into Black Spire Outpost and you're like,
are right. They were the trees, the giant trees that got destroyed and became these.
I mean, with the Jeddah one, it's sort of like they're it's either you're going to conserve the kyber crystals and take them to the Guardians, or you're going to reap the planet of them by joining the Empire.
So, is there anything keeping those kyber crystals inside the Boneyard?
Oh yeah. I should explain it better. So it's like
you should have.
So like right now, when you dig, there's dinosaur bones, but you can't pick them up. You can't get them out. So like these you'll dig and you'll like be able to like you'll be able to like scan them.
Yeah.
So that will rack up points on your Disney Play. And you can either choose to take your points and give them to the Empire, or give your crystals to the Empire, or you could give them to the Guardians.
Or so it's like selfish to keep them for yourself. Go back over to Galaxy's Edge. No, for real. I'm serious. Or you keep them and then you go over to Galaxy's Edge and you try to hawk them off. Like, hey guys, like they've got the bounty hunter game over
Yeah,
there, and you've
sure.
got Savi's. Wouldn't that be fun? Where it's multi parks.
Yeah. So you're not like ripping them out of the walls and stuff.
Unless you pay extra. There's a different
you
for that.
You can pop them out for extra.
We'll let you in this area.
Yeah.
$5,000.
You can have all the crystals you want.
As many as you can carry in 2 hands.
So
all you care to enjoy.
Oh man, bags and bags. So I think this has been another successful round of Living with the Landspeeder, where
much
we've
more
turned
enjoyable than I thought it would be.
Yeah, we've turned a
desolate
part of the park into something
palatable
that you want to go back to.
I thought about being funny and being like, and in this section, we're going to add another stage show. Star Wars. Live on stage. The Battle of Endor.
So we'll end with, since we got done a little early, let's end with this. Since they are redoing it, what do you hope to see come out of this redo?
What they put on the blue sky. Like, just get it done.
Yeah.
So
Indiana Jones and Kanto? And Conto?
Yeah, and Coco.
Oh. I thought
is it Coco too?
Was it not Zootopia in this area?
At one point,
that was a thought, but now it's like it looks like Coco.
Latin
they haven't
America
officially,
or something.
Yeah, like their central,
central.
And Coco would be where the Boneyard is, but it looks almost like a carousel or something. I don't know, but just get it done or make. I mean, if they're going to announce it, it's going to be at D23.
Yeah,
in August. But like I just made a reel today. I sent it to you guys about like they announced another Disney cruise ship and they give us the name, but nothing for the parks. It's like we know where the money's at. It's in the cruise company right now. Like parks and cruises, but it's not in movies. It's not in movies.
No,
like we don't need another really poorly made movie. Give us more in the parks. My opinion.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
Another cruise that I'll probably never go on.
This one's supposed to be like heroes and villain theme, but again, like I don't have kids, and the cruises are definitely geared more towards that. When I go on a cruise, I want to throw a few back and not be kicked in the shin by children.
By adults, sure.
Adults, fine. Come on.
I mean,
kick away.
Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, I mean, if Katrin was on that boat with me, I'd be like, Katrin, kick me in the shin.
He's been practicing because he thought you were coming to Palooza. He's like, I'm practicing my shin kicking.
It'd be funny if I just showed up, surprised you. I'm not.
It would be the best day ever. But we know it's not going to happen.
Best day ever. I started pricing out flights to Japan.
Oh, wow.
For Celebration. When did tickets go on sale for Celebration?
Right after Celebration, I thought. No?
They don't have stuff on sale right now.
I think they're sold out.
Well, they have reserve. Like, no, I know. So here's the thing. So, but they said they're announcing like other tickets. Like they had like the pre-sale and stuff, but they have some other stuff that they're still announcing, but I don't know when.
I don't know.
I'll have to find out. I thought you would know. You've been to Celebration, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long time ago. Twice, I think.
Well.
But it's only been in Orlando. I've only been to Orlando. So have they been there twice to Orlando?
I don't know.
I think so. I keep waiting for them to come back to Orlando, but now it doesn't matter because I don't live in Florida. But I want them someplace close by that I can go
looks like maybe June. That's typically when they've gone on sale is June of the prior year. Because you're talking about 2025, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So it looks like likely June of in the year before. So 10 months is what.
So that would be this year.
So if anybody that's a listener wants to sponsor all of us to go, I'm actually kind of serious. Like, hey, give us your money.
GoFundMe at GoFundMe.com.
I just want to go back to Disneyland. You know.
Well, there's a Disneyland there too.
Yeah, and that's I'm gonna go.
Well, no, but here's I have a park ticket to Disneyland
Oh,
that runs out 2025, I think. So I'm like, how am I going to get back over there to use this ticket? So we'll see. Nobody wants to go with me. So,
well,
I'm
I
sure
don't
people
know.
want to go. It's a matter of
Right now, flights aren't horribly expensive.
Oh, really?
But well, round trip into Tokyo.
Oh, Tokyo. I'm talking about Disneyland.
Oh no, I don't care about that. It's like $1,300 round trip, but I'm gonna definitely like at least go like the middle level,
Yeah.
if not. I mean, it's gonna be my 40th birthday. I'm going all out.
Oh, you youngin.
It's my last year in my
remember-
30s. Oh,
I remember
man.
when I turned 40.
I remember when I turned 40.
Back when everything in my body still worked.
Uh,
Not anymore. I can
Yikes.
barely walk around. It all falls apart, Derek. It all falls apart.
it's already done falling. It's done.
I had a, on Facebook, and we'll end this because nobody cares about this stuff.
I do.
On Facebook, when things pop up, it's like, this many years ago, this is what you did on Facebook. I had something pop up. I think it's from like 2017 or something. I don't remember what it was, but the post was just like, I woke up this morning and I realized I'm getting old and I can feel it. And now I'm looking on that in the year 2024 and I'm like, oh, you just don't even know what's coming, dude. You just don't even know what's coming. Here I am.
It's fine. Here's what it is.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
All right. Well, we will. Two of the three of us will be at Comic Palooza.
Yes.
At the end of May, 24th through the 26th.
6th, yeah.
So if you're in Houston area and you want to come to see two of us live,
and another member of I Am Geek,
and I'm Geek will be our other member of I Am Geek will be there, and we will be doing at least one live show, and we'll have guests. The Skywalking Through Neverland, I think, will be our guests.
Maybe some other events as well.
Yeah, maybe some other stuff as well. We'll be there in costumes. I know for one of the days we will not be in Star Wars costumes.
Nope.
Being something else. But I'll probably bring Star Wars to change into at some point. Anyways, and Derek won't.
I'll be wearing my costume.
Maybe we'll No, we can't FaceTime you because you don't have.
We don't have internet in Iowa? Is that what you're
You
saying?
can actually FaceTime an Android phone now.
Oh, you can?
You can send a link to somebody and they can join through their browser.
Oh.
Or you use like WhatsApp
No, you
or
can-
Google.
No.
Come on.
No,
We don't
you
do
can use
that.
FaceTime.
we frown
Heck,
upon
we
that.
could just use Melon app that we use now, or Streamlabs.
That's true.
I guess is what it's called.
Yeah, we could. We'll get we'll make like a mannequin type thing, and we'll put
I
a
said I'll
screen.
send you a cutout.
We'll put a screen on
It's
top
got a
of it for your
closet full of
face.
cutouts.
I do. It's like Sheldon. It's like Robo Sheldon.
That will be you for Comic Palooza.
I'm in.
We'll drive you around the floor.
I'll drive myself. I can make it remote. I'm pretty savvy.
So join us there.
Yes.
Join
next week,
them there.
Yeah, next week we'll be back at I Am Geek. So listen to us over there or watch us on YouTube. We appreciate all the follows. So please, yes, follow us on YouTube. Subscribe, please. Because there's other channel. Let's be frank, that's trying to get more followers than us.
I already do have more.
I know.
Which is bad because these are both my channels. Like, good Lord.
All right.
It's
So
just
anyways,
Disney fanatics. That's
subscribe and like and comment. We love your comments. I look forward to seeing them every week.
all. Mhm.
Yes.
Usually not that many, but I look forward to seeing them and responding. So yes, comment. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbors.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
No, tell them too.
And we often, or we always reply to the comments that we see
Yes.
on YouTube. So
Mm-hmm.
We're nice.
we are nice. Thanks, fans.
And if somebody has a popcorn bucket they'd like to send Katrin, just
I don't need any popcorn.
message him.
I really don't care. It's
I
okay.
really don't care.
Just any popcorn bucket, even if it's like you went to like AMC and you got one of those like just regular popcorn buckets.
Like that one? That's a popcorn bucket. It is.
Derek will send it to you.
There we go. I don't need any popcorn. It's okay.
I hope
Yeah.
he gets like. I hope catering gets like messages for like 20 popcorn buckets. So people are like, "Hey, I'm gonna send this
I
to
don't
you."
need any more.
It's all like the paper popcorn buckets from Magic
Yes.
Kingdom. You just throw away. Katrin, what was your address again?
That'd be so. I got it. I can give it to you later.
Every day of the year.
9 to 5.
Popcorn bucket, just a paper one.
You
How much is Derek spend in packaging? It's worth every penny.
Anyway,
Anyways.
thank you all for listening and watching. We really appreciate it.
Mm.
And we'll be back in not next week, but the next week, 2 weeks with a brand new episode. Maybe we'll have a guest. Maybe we won't. We'll just have to wait and see.
Wow.
Again, happy birthday, Derek.
Thank you.
Enjoy your last year in the 30s.
You had to go there. And the anxiety attack starts again.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.